All right. Good morning. Welcome. Wait for people to arrive. Hello to everyone watching this even later on a replay. But hello to everyone watching this live who are hopping in right now. It looks like it's about to rain, which is such a tease because I love thunderstorms, but it's just like nothing is happening right now. It's just humid.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to rain. I do. Good morning. Hello. How is everyone? Okay, this time we didn't do this before the 9 a.m. service. But this time I want you guys, if you have ever been in a small group, I want you to type in the comments what the best thing is or was about your small group. What's your favorite thing about small group? Hi Mary. I think my favorite thing about my small group is I have a lot of favorite things. Good morning, Shauna. It's got to be, it's like the relationships that we've built over the years, but it's also, I really feel like I get a lot more understanding out of the scripture that we're reading when we read it like together. Yeah. And I think my favorite thing about leading it is that I have to engage. like I have to, look at the materials and read the text and really, it kind of forces me into that place, which sounds weird, maybe learning from each other. Like it. What about you guys? What are your favorite things about your small groups, Jim and Martha?
Well, one of the disadvantages of leading that I've found is I don't have as much time to write down what other people say.
Oh, yeah.
I found that everybody comes to it differently, and they have some interesting things to say, and I try to keep track of that. And when I'm trying to not lose the track or make sure we stay on the track, I'm too busy to write it down.
You should assign a scribe.
Yeah.
Okay.
But see, they don't know how much I don't know, and so they don't know which things to write down.
Tough. What about you, Martha? What's your favorite thing about small group?
I really like the relationship side of it. The blend of the spiritual relationship side of it. It's really, to me, it's been really helpful to have people who know about me, care about me, are praying for me. Just knowing that you're supported and prayed for in the really hard things in life, that is really important and powerful for me.
Yeah, for sure. When I think it's easy to forget sometimes that, maybe when things are going really well in our lives and we don't feel the need for as much support, it's nice to be able to be there for other people who are, it's that give and take that, there's always something to bring and always something to walk away with.
Yeah.
Relationships, discussions during the week after group, above and beyond Judy Smith, checking in with people between group times. Yes. Nice. Well, and so speaking of small groups, we're going to launch small groups in the fall, whatever that ends up looking like, whether that's online, in person, but social distanced or, whatever. We're not going to let format stop us from all the really good, really important relationships and reading the Bible together. Hi, Kevin. So if you're not in a small group right now, or if your small group is taking a break for the summer, start thinking about, okay, it's September. Do you want to try hosting a group? Do you want to join a new group? Continue an existing one. Be prepared because it's coming. So figure out, when in your schedule it works and put it in ink. And also, you guys, our small group hosts, I didn't say this at the 9 a.m. either. Sorry, 9 a.m. hosts who aren't watching this because you're 9 a.m. hosts. Um, our small group hosts are awesome, awesome people. They put in a lot of energy, a lot of love, work. Some of us, if we meet in person, like we clean our houses. So thank you guys for all of the work that you do, for being willing to open up a space for people to grow closer together and closer to God. We really, really appreciate you. And I've appreciated working with you. So before I forget, tomorrow, Monday the 20th, is men's tailgate in the church parking lot at 7 p.m. and it's BYO everything. Bring your own self, bring your own chair, bring your own beverage, bring your own food, and then, go, I would say come to the church, but I won't be there. Go to the church parking lot, meet up with people, hang out for good times, or what I assume will be good times. I won't know. And then my other announcement that I can't forget, I have my notes here, is that the GLS is coming up, the Global Leadership Summit. So if you're interested in that, there is an all access pass, which gets you access to the August 6th and 7th broadcast, 7 days of video on demand, and entrance into any in-person rebroadcast events in October and November where available. I don't know what that means. But you can sign up on the website, and the price goes up after Tuesday. So if you're interested in the GLS, sign up now. Okay, so then the other thing I wanted to mention is if you're on Facebook, you're already in the right place. If you're on YouTube, well, so Willow Creek Huntley's Facebook has a group called Faith Next Steps. If you're not currently a member, you should join. I promise I will admit you to the group. And that's where we're posting all of the current stuff that we're doing discipleship wise. So like right now, it's July, people go on vacation, routine is a little bit tougher to come by. So we're posting a verse a day on that page. So at least go check it out and take a peek at what that is. And then last service, I told the Jim that you see here is my father. And I said, do you remember you had like verse flashcards when I was a kid? And he goes, oh, these? And he just pulls them out of his pocket. And then Martha goes, oh, look what I just got. And she's got like this whole pile of verses, and I felt left out. So I grabbed mine just to show you that I'm a serious Christian. I grabbed my my notebook that has verses in it. I have verses too, you guys.
Well, who do you know them?
Pressure. So no, just kidding. So if people go to the Facebook page and they see the verse and they just kind of peek at it, is there a way that like they can feel maybe a little bit more engaged or refreshed by than just a cursory glance of, oh, that's nice? What do you guys think? Good ways to treat with like one verse at a time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that the note cards are really great. If you have note cards, that's awesome. And you can, but they're not always handy either, right? Like if you don't have a little scrap of paper, you can get your phone out and take a screenshot of what's on your computer. Or if you're looking on your phone, you can take a screenshot of that, maybe make it your lock screen so you see it every time you open your phone. But if you have it somewhere where you can see it and remember it, memorizing it is great, but even if you're just looking at it, remembering it, bringing it into your mind during the day so that it starts to affect the way you think, and it starts to affect the decisions that you're making. And it gives you a sense in your mind of the presence that God is really with you in every moment.
I like it. That was very techie of you, Martha.
Ooh.
With you could make it your lock screen. Fancy. What about you, Jim?
Some of us have to actually just stop and think about it because we don't think that good when we're running somewhere else. So yeah, for me, it definitely is being quiet and say, oh. Now, admittedly, also verses that I've chosen because they were striking to me are ones that I am thinking about And so I really have to extra stop when I come across a verse that somebody else posted. I say, oh, why is that? Why is that important? What's going on here? So it takes me a little longer on those things.
Hey,
Actually, a lot of
that's
things
good.
take me a little longer.
It's, hey, you gotta set yourself up for success, right? You know that about yourself. Advice for the slow. No, just kidding. Martha has been making that face a lot watching me and my father interact. Yes, this is what we're like all the time.
It's fun.
Look at you guys. Verses on your fridge, Bible Gateway on the phone. I know some of you do the daily verse for you version. Awesome. So what's the first verse that you guys ever memorized? Do you remember what the first verse was?
Not a clue.
Might have been John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only son. Yeah, it might have been that one. Or Jesus.
I think that was mine too.
We always came
Jesus wept, the shortest one.
Right.
Again, set yourself up for success. So the last thing I want to mention, then I'll give you guys some time to switch over to the service, is that these two lovely people and myself have been a part of Bible for Beginners, which is, if you haven't seen them, if you haven't heard of them, that's also on both YouTube and our Faith Next Steps group on Facebook. And you'll see Jim on the Old Testament one, and you'll see Martha on the spiritual practices one. Oh, Lee's was John 3:16 too. Was anyone's not John 3:16? That's what I want to know. If the first verse that you memorized was not John 3:16, what was it? / do you remember the reference for Jesus wept? Because I don't. No. It sounds like a gospel. Anyway, so you guys have any thoughts on Bible for Beginners? Good stuff. Things that, is there a one in particular that people should watch? Should we fight? Old Testament scriptural practices.
Old Testament was awesome. But I will just say the whole series was really great. Elise, you did a great job, and it's great if you're not familiar with the Bible. This is a great place to start. But I'll tell you, I've been in the Bible for decades, and I learned stuff I didn't know. So it's so great for anyone. It says for beginners, and it's great for beginners, but you're going to love it even if you're not a beginner. And lots of great stuff that you can just, practical things that you can dive in and start using right away with your Bible engagement.
Yeah, that's the hope.
Yeah.
Jim, thoughts? You got no thoughts?
It's always learning, always inquisitive.
Yeah. Well, and on that note too, watch for other stuff that we start doing, other initiative, other, classes. We'll do more classes on Old Testament, on Genesis, on New Testament books. I think we're doing a study on Daniel in the fall. That'll be interesting and different, right? Little Old Testament prophecy, apocalyptic literature, something new. So that's pretty much all we've got, you guys. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for saying hi. Judy, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Was that your first one though? Because I think you already said John 3:16. Just listing good verses. That's fair. That's fine. This is a church thing. So, well, you guys enjoy the service. Thanks for joining us, and check out our Faith Next Steps group.
Bye, guys.
Bye.